Welcome back to another week. This week it was a little bit of a slow one. We parted out a few sets. We go into the specifics for sales in the financial front. If this is something that you're interested in, drop a comment below or like the video just to give us an indication that this is something that people want to see, because we can do this every single week and have a breakdown. But without further ado, let's get into it.
Good morning. We're a bit late this morning. I've been running around dropping kids off because it's raining. What's been happening? We did the draw for our competition. So those waiting to hear back from the guy about the Mother's Day one for his address and details. And the Star Wars ones we're going to send out today.
Did we hear back from him?
No, not that he hasn't replied as far as I'm aware.
That one,
yeah.
Yep.
But that one's going, the two Star Wars ones.
Yes, that was good. That's just the Dark Trooper attack and the Red 5 helmet.
Yeah.
So I'll put those aside.
Sold a couple of... We had a very quiet weekend, to be fair.
Yeah, wasn't
Which is fine. Like, I'm good with that.
starting a Monday nice and easy, eh?
Yeah, the last few Mondays we've had like 40 odd orders to get out. So it's nice just to have a couple. What else happened on the weekend, darling?
I didn't do the work I said I was going to do.
No?
I got these things here to do. That's, I think, 3 or 4 pages that you gave me last week, and also the minifigures I've got a list, so that'll be today's job. I'll get that done.
Yep. Anything else exciting happen?
No, Mother's Day.
No?
No.
He finally proposed. So we are now engaged. I got my ring and I love it. It's so sparkly. He did very well in choosing. It's got to focus. I'm in love with it. So yeah, so that was exciting. That was yesterday.
Yeah.
You did well.
Very good.
Very good. So yeah, so big news. We're engaged now. So it's been exciting. 5 years later.
5 years.
Nearly 5 years.
Long time.
Couple of weeks, it'll be 5 years. But yeah, so it's just, we've got order of all the kids. So we've got 2 days of peace before we pick up baby Jordan, and then we've got Lucas, so it's 2 days of quiet time. But yeah, we've got a couple of Bricklink orders.
We've got these. I'll get onto picking these, but there's also these down here. I've got 4 sets lined up, and I talked about it last week.
Going down.
4 sets to do this week. 2 of them are relatively small. That Luigi will be good. I remember our Mario one sold pretty good, and it's a $40-50 mark, so that was good. I imagine that'll be similar. This one here we've already done before, so that shouldn't be that'll be a lot of reconciling parts into drawers. But I'm going to try and, there's 4 sets there for the whole week. I'm going to try and probably bowl over 2 of them today, possibly those 2 over there. And if I can get that done, then it'll leave me an easier week, because I know come Wednesday I'll be a bit busier, so yeah. That'll be my goal today. Yeah,
I'm feeling a bit blur, a bit run down. So my mission for today is to start sorting this lot. I've picked through it, opened it, had a nosy. But there's not a hell of a lot there, so I will... Oh, my box is second. I'll try and sort that out. That's my mission today anyway.
Yeah. Oh, and one of the bigger parts of my morning, after I've had my morning sit down, is to go over the financials, all the sales and stuff like that. It's something I thought about. I've made a couple of spreadsheets over the last week to easily display that sort of thing, and also measuring growth between other New Zealand Bricklink stores and other stores I follow on YouTube. So I've made a couple of spreadsheets for that. So that'll be exciting. Hopefully that pans out. You'll probably see that in the next segment or 2, but yeah.
Yeah, so, oh god, excuse me. Sorry.
Back to bed.
Back to bed. I need to drink my second coffee. Yeah, so we'll crack on, get shopping done. Then hopefully Dad will be here for Smoko, and I'll have a 3rd coffee. And get cracking.
Yeah, sounds good.
Oh, yeah, and I don't know if I can turn my camera around. I don't think I can. My phone's a bit weird. Hang on a minute. Excuse my messy hair, but I got my glasses, so I can see. So that's exciting.
Alright, here we have something I was preparing last week, and I've done the nuts and bolts of what I wanted to show. This is peek behind the curtain, if you will. So it basically is displaying what I had in sales, obviously up here in our Bricklink stores, the parts sold, lots sold, all of that sort of thing, and it's going to compare them week to week, so then we can see trends that might be happening. If we're getting more, if we're importing more stock, we can then figure out if it's actually selling more and all those sorts of bits and pieces when we've got sales on and stuff like that. So this is pretty much displaying that we had a sale on in the middle of these two, probably more so on this side, and that's why you'll see a larger sale there. Obviously, it's hard to see what sort of pattern this is only on the first couple of weeks that I'm recording it. We've definitely dipped off in this week here. This is last week's sales. The date is probably a better accuracy to go by because obviously the time recording this is only Monday. But it displays a lot of useful information for me. An average sale amount is important. We have a rule in our store where if you spend $40, you get free shipping if you're urban, and if you're rural, you get I think it costs about $3.50. So you can see that a lot of the time people tend to go for that $40 mark in sales so they can get the free shipping. Average amount of parts per sale, 179. This one's a bit of a funny one. Basically, it's hard to determine this one. This one is based on an average, but it's hard to actually determine the nuts and bolts of this one here because some of the sales can be a couple and some of the sales can be quite a lot. I remember one of the sales specifically in this week here, I think was over 1,000 parts, but a few of them were 2 or 3 parts, so it can fluctuate a lot. So we're going with an average sale, parts sold there, and an average lot sold. This here appears to have a bit of a link towards it. This one here not so much. There's a bit of a gap there, but we'll keep going and we'll go right down the line here. Trade Me, we've actually noticed since we went off the vlog and since we've come back from doing the vlog, we actually noticed a dip in our Trade Me store and Bricklink started to take off more. These two numbers would pretty much be swapped around with how it used to be, but now we're noticing more on the Bricklink side of things as we've gotten bigger, and we're taking probably less of a footprint on Trade Me. Trade Me has positive sides and negative sides. The positives are that everyone can use the platform, it's fairly easy to use, but Trade Me also has higher fees. You're competing against other people. We've noticed that a few other people have actually popped up on the platform that sell similar stuff to us, so we're in direct competition with them. So it's getting a little bit harder there, but we're moving in a trajectory I like it up here. So yeah, this all displays pretty much, this is last week's sales here, and I put the week before just so I can have a comparison to go by, but the total weekly sales all across our boards for Trade Me and Bricklink are in this bottom segment here. That's probably a very quiet week. We had a quiet weekend with this week, so usually it's higher than that. I feel like it's uncommon for us to go below $1,000 in sales for a week these days, so it's probably been a bit of a quiet week, but that's pretty much in a nutshell how much the business turns over, which is cool. So moving on to the second spreadsheet I prepared. Now this one here I had a little board where I displayed numbers and stuff like that, and I thought I could do a better job. As you'll see, beforehand I did not like putting people's names up, and I decided I may as well put people's names up. It's an easier way to actually understand who's doing what. Now this isn't in any nature for me some sort of competitive thing.
Basically, it's just we're trying to track our own progress on how we go up store sizes, because that's our end goal, is to get sort of in the top 5 there. And if you really wanted to, these numbers are available to anyone. It's not like I'm showing things that shouldn't be shown in that regard. In saying that too, if you're one of these stores and you actually want to be taken off the list, you don't like this idea, I'm quite happy to do that. Just send me a message, and I will easily remove you, or remove your name, or what have you, whatever you're comfortable with. But for now, we'll track on. So this here is New Zealand's top 10. We're in 10th position, sorry, and this was at the start of last week, the numbers for last week. This is the numbers for this week, and this here is the plus minus for the pieces of the week. So some stores have gone down, some stores have actually jumped up quite a bit. Shiggy's Bricks has jumped up 27,000 pieces in a week. Blanco's 14,000. That's quite some quite heavy jumps there. Caden again with 9,000. But I also wanted to compare a percentage increase and decrease. So how much percent did they actually jump up in their own growth compared to the numbers? So Shaggy's and Blankos have actually jumped up. I would consider that a considerable jump. That is a huge jump. They must have been pumping out some real work there. Either that, or they had taken down a segment of their store. But I would predict that they actually jumped up quite a bit. They actually pushed through quite a bit of work to get 4 or 5% growth. In a week's time, that's massive. Comparing to us, we got 1.4%. So we in growth, we're in 3rd place in New Zealand this week, which is where we want to be. We want to be continuing to get that top 5 in growth, because if we keep moving and jumping up in good strides, then I predict that eventually, it's a no-brainer, we'll end up in the top 5. So I'm quite happy with that. Some stores may not have, because obviously, again, some of these stores, they're not full-time stores. They haven't got the full-time hours on their hands, and they probably have jobs and careers. So some of them, they've dropped down. Maybe they didn't put so much in, or maybe they sold a bit. Sometimes looking at the spreadsheet doesn't tell the full picture of actually what's happened here, and I can't stress that point enough. Some stores may have actually sold a considerable amount in the week, and they might have been doing work, and they might have dropped anyway. I don't know. This is basically just to measure our own growth. Also, I take an interest in a number of other YouTube channels, like Bricks on the Dollar. This is one of the first people I actually watched in this space, and learning how to actually open a store, go down those channels. He had a lot of insightful information. Same with Bricksar. Same again. I actually placed an order to his store, one of my very first orders I placed on Bricklink, and I've got a red brick sits on my desk, and he's numbered that brick, so it's pretty. It's just one of those sentimental things to me on how I started from somewhere, and I've come to be who I am today. We've got Pop's Block Shop. I follow him, and also Ralph's Bricks. These two are very close people, so I've followed their growth as well. DNA Bricks is someone I've just actually only stumbled upon their YouTube and their content probably in the last couple of months, but I actually like watching them, and as you can see, they actually jumped up quite a lot. So he's obviously doing something right over there. Brick Arena, again, this is someone I actually enjoyed watching tutorial videos and stuff like that. I gained a lot of knowledge from his tutorial videos, so I'm very thankful on that. But yes, I watch him. Just a Brick in the Bucket. I love what those guys do over there. Another channel I follow. I like how there's a sort of a 3-armed prong with their business, which is quite cool. It's quite interesting to see the different roles that people take when it's not just a sort of a one-man army there. So I love that sort of thing. And yeah, obviously Ralph's Bricks I talked about before, and I actually had a interview with Ralph's Bricks earlier in the year. So this is the full sheet. Again, this is something I want to be doing every single week on a Monday, just going through a breakdown of my sales and the sales for the week, and comparing to last week's sales, and also on how we're actually growing as a store. So if this is something you guys like looking at, hopefully that helps, because I want to sort of have more of a peek behind the curtain about the numbers side of things, because I'm a numbers person, and tend to know that numbers don't lie, and they paint a pretty good picture. So yeah, hopefully this helps, and we'll carry on with the next part of my day.
Alrighty, it's Monday afternoon, and I've just finished doing the stuff that Pip has provided me, the used stuff. I should have done this last week, just at the end of last week, but lots of uploads there. This is just one of the uploads. She gave me 4 uploads. One of them was the Django Fett. It's like a Bionicle minifigure. Another one was the Ren minifigure, and then there was another one of just accessories and stuff like that. So I'm just about to go on the last one. This is just the last one for me. Lots of new lots, which is really good, always good. Yeah, so carrying on. Alright, still carrying on Monday. I've just done this Harry Potter set. 3 of these. These ones here. This one here is sort of like a bonus minifigure, which is pretty cool. So we're going to try and sell that as a complete minifigure. Got all of them set up. All the new bits. And I've sorted this all out. So these are my reconciled parts. I've got to pop them into stock, so I'm going to call out on Pip in a minute to help me put those away. So she'll call out the numbers and I'll just run around the store like a madman putting them all away. I've got some red dividers going. It's pretty cool, just the starting bits of this thing. It looks pretty even, so I'm crossing my fingers. I've tried a few different things, but I'm going to hopefully print some red dividers today, and I've altered a few of the settings so I don't use so much filament, so bit of a cost saver there too. So we'll see how that turns out, fingers crossed, because this one's been a bit temperamental at the moment, so we'll see. But yeah, so I'm going to tuck these away, get them into stock. What have we got here? $307 worth of parts, 756 parts. Yeah, not a bad upload, just to get that. Probably just about tee off the end of the day, but we'll see how we go.
Morning, guys. Nearly 9:30. On to second coffee. Dropped Ella at college. I've put dinner on in the crock pot, which is absolutely her worst, disgustingest thing ever. If she comes home and sees the slow cooker on the bench, she's going to eat probably toast for dinner. But I don't care. I'm making beef ragu and it's going to be amazing. If you can, I'll try and zoom you. I've got shit everywhere in the lounge.
You reckon you can zoom that far?
Yeah, no, I can see it. My glasses are there and everything. I need to go get them.
Yeah.
The's also Lego all over the floor, so I'm working on that second-hand lot. I actually did some work yesterday. Thank you. What else? What else, darling?
These are a few orders last night.
Oh, it was weird.
Is that they got like the Lego Masters thing, so they got like a New Zealand version of the Lego Masters that's come out, and it premiered last night. And like directly afterwards, we had 3 orders at exactly the same time. Mondays we don't usually make too many sales, but we had 3 orders at the exact same time, pretty much. And I thought it was just 1 order, which was a bigger order, but no, it was 3 smaller orders. But they were all, reasonably sized, so it was really good. So even if it is or it's not, I don't know, but positive. Yeah,
we had a late night last night. We've nearly finished Game of Thrones. We're finally watching Game of Thrones.
What time was it when it slept?
I think it was just after 1. We've got 3 episodes left, which we're going to knock off today.
Yep.
But yeah, so we had a late night, so I'm a bit slow this morning, but that's okay. So I'm going to try and avoid the shadowing and go this. Oh no, it's not going to work.
It's not going to work, do you reckon?
No, because I've got shadowing.
Oh, it's alright.
Chewbacca.
See what it is. Old Chewy sold. I've actually got 3 Chewies sitting over here, because I parted out the ATST set. It's the Chewy from the ATST set, the little snow
Chewy.
Yeah.
And there's some separators there as well.
They're due to go on today. Separators, weird things, they sell, I don't know why. And we have to list them at 50 cents or more on trade. No, it has to be 65 cents, because when it goes on sale, as they do, the listing can't be less than 50 cents. which I thought was odd. So these are only worth like 20-30 cents or something,
But people
we
buy
have to sell
them.
them at a higher price, and for some reason they sell as well. They never sell on Bricklink. They always sell
I think a
on
lot of people, if like their kids want Lego themed birthday parties, use them as like something in the goodie bags, you know, and stuff like that.
Pass. Some
But-
people, it's like we've had orders of like 10 or 15 before as well. So yeah, I'd go figure. I don't know, but there's a few minifigures there, and we also got three orders here. Nothing too huge, which is good to pick. But yeah, no, it's good.
Yeah.
Good size Monday.
So we're going to crack on, do some shipping. I might show you what I'm up to out there because I've made some good dollar value in the stuff I've been doing so far. But yeah, I'm going to go get my glasses, drink my coffee and crack in.
Sweet.
Alright, we're on to the last order. And a lot of the stuff that they've bought, the used stuff, Tony actually put in yesterday with the stuff I gave him. So I did 2 of the, what are they called?
Sorry?
What are they called? Bionicle Star Wars people?
Yeah, something like
Bionicle? So that's out of one of them.
that. Bionicle Star Wars people.
Yeah, that one. Those 2. That one. That one. So that's quite cool that we only put them in yesterday and they're already gone. Yeah, so I'm just about to package that up. That's just the used stuff. They've got quite a lot of new stuff as well. I think it's like a $70-something order. These are selling really well. These cords.
Yeah, no, they go pretty quickly.
Yeah, we leave them in their boxes, obviously, like brand new how they come. But yeah, no, they're selling really well. So yeah, so we'll just crack on and get that packed, and that's the last order done for today.
Alright, it's just before lunch on Tuesday. I've got the Star Wars set. I parted out last night. Just got it into the first part of the process, which is sorting it into colours. Basically now I'm just getting everything ready to get it all sorted for me to put it into the store after lunch. With this set, we've done it before, and when we originally did it, I'm going to follow the same sort of thought pattern. This minifigure here, we decided it's worth $7.66 at a 6-month average. Our price is a 6-month average. Parting it out, I parted it out in Bricklink. The parts go to about $9 something. I feel like it's too fiddly and it's quite a bit of work. There's 45 parts to it. Quite a bit of work assembling these, making sure the customer gets every single last piece with this one for not exactly much profit there, or much I don't know, much point, I guess. I could be completely wrong with my train of thought, but the last time we did it, we just parted out the minifigure for the parts, consolidated them into the normal parts, and carried on. So that's the approach I'm going to take, just for that specific minifigure. I know with some of the droid ones, they're not so many parts, and it makes it a lot easier to assemble them and sell them, but with that specific one, it's quite a bit. So that'll add to the part count. There's 3 sets altogether. So that's looking like some of the totals for now, but I haven't parted that out, so I'm just getting myself ready. I'll pull the remarks through, and then after lunch I'll probably hit this set and get it into the shop. So yeah, that's looking like how my day's going so far. Alrighty, it's Wednesday. It's after lunch. We haven't got to anything yet because we had to pick up my nephew Jordan this morning. We've got a couple of orders here. One's going to Australia, just one piece. Kind of, I don't know, it's a light grey piece, so I predict it is a bit harder to find. But it is only 1 brick. For the life of me, I would imagine that Australia would have 1 brick in it that is light grey. Could be wrong, but you never know. So that's going to Australia. Got a couple of other orders here, but I'll get to them shortly. Going over onto the printing side of things, I've been able to print out this. This here is a perfect, you can see a little bit of hearing there. Nothing a hot air gun fixes. As you can see, that's a lot better. but these are perfect. With these here, my first ones I was doing of the dividers, I had to do a little bit of work. I had to sand them a little bit because this printer is different to this printer. So I have to do a little bit of work. I've got to change a few of the settings with the extruder and stuff like that. So that's fun. That's my wee experiment. But I went bigger than 10 because I thought, well, if I can do 10, what's stopping me from doing a whole lot more? This here takes, I think, about 3 hours to finish. I can't quite remember for the life of me, but I've got 2 lots of them. So overnight, I made this bad boy. This is quite heavy, 180 grams it says was the print, so it's chewed up quite a bit of my filament, which is good, because at the end of the day, it takes 17 hours, 51 minutes, 5 seconds, 60 units. I did this overnight, so, while I'm sleeping, it's sitting there printing, so really happy with the result. I put them a bit closer together, because I figured once that gap didn't really matter to me, I can fit more on the board, and I can fit even more again. There's a whole good sized chunk there. I could probably get about, I might be able to get 100 if I really try, but that's so far the best result I've got. 60 units. That'll keep me going for a wee bit. We've got to replace a few of the dividers in here, so that's cool. We're going to be replacing them with these bad boys. So that's cool. Moving on to Lego again. This is the Star Wars. Oh, there's first a lot of ones I did of those. I can sit there. ATST set. Still haven't quite got to the end of it. With my usual way of running my production line down and out this week, it's taking a bit more effort to get through these because I have to sort of do most of the work myself. So I'm at the stage here where these are in their ready to put away lines, and this part of it's just yet to be sorted. I like to put a whole set in containers before I actually put it away and go through that process. So I'm still getting there. Little wee ways to go. Probably over halfway. Won't take too much longer though, and then I'll be able to put that away hopefully by the end of the day. So those are my little bits and pieces I'm up to. I've got to list a few of these. The reason why I didn't list them, I don't know if I said earlier in the week, but on TradeMe, they have what's called a high volume listing fee. If you exceed the amount of listings you have, you're allocated on TradeMe, it costs you 10 cents per listing once it refreshes. So the bad maths about that is, and where I struggle with the whole thing is that, say my listing amount is, well, I'll turn you around. So say my listing count is, well, I'll say exactly what it is. At the moment, I'm allowed up to 315 listings on TradeMe. The minute I put the 316th listing up, it costs me 10 cents per listing. But the weird maths on that is, you would think that it would be 10 cents per listing over the cap. It's not. Every time something relists, it costs me 10 cents. So in theory, just to have one listing over, all my listings last a week, then they reset, they relist themselves by themselves. When I hit that 316th listing, it then cost me $31.60 for the entire week. It just costs 10 cents every time something lists and I'm over the cap until I go back under the cap. So the theory behind it now is I should probably stop at about 315 until... How you get a higher threshold is basically you have to sell more. How the cap is worked out is, I think it's 5 or 6 times your highest individual sales amount in the last 6 weeks. So say 3 weeks ago I sold 50 units or 50 sales, then I'm allowed 250 listings if it was 5 times, and it's 300 if it's 6 times. I can't remember correctly off the top of my head, but it's either 5 or 6 times the highest amount you've sold in the last 6 weeks. So yeah, I'm sort of jammed up a little bit, and the way I've worked around creating a higher listing amount and avoiding those fees is basically every few weeks I'll put on a sale. Therefore, I'll have a higher listing
rate sell through. Therefore, I'll be allowed to sell more stuff. I've had my maximum up around 420 odd, I think, at one point, which was really good. It could have even been higher. But yeah, so I'm jammed up. At the moment, I've got 301 listings because we've sold a few in the last sort of 48 hours. So now I can list more sales, but I'm just trying to think strategically how I'm going to do it so I can sell more, so I can list more, so I can sell more. Like, it's a weird cycle of how that all works. But yeah, so that's where I'm at now with that. So I've got to go to the drawing board, but I could probably list those today, maybe today, tomorrow, which is cool. Yeah, so that's that in a nutshell. I think that's probably due to the fact that we're now prioritising Bricklink, and we sort of, something always takes the front foot. At the moment, that's Bricklink, and our focus is in Bricklink and not so much in Trade Me, because I think minifigures sell better on Trade Me. I think animals and stuff like that sell better on Trade Me. But Bricklink is global, and that's where we want to sort of head with it. We want to be able to have unlimited customers, so I think that's where we're sort of heading with that. But yeah, so I'm sure I just got to put a little bit more work into Trade Me, and I'm sure I'll find myself back up with a high listing amount that I'm allowed. So that's cool. Always bits and pieces to solve, but that's how we are now. So yeah, it won't be too much of a busy day today, just because we've got Jordan. It's the first day we've got him. He's teething. He's got a bit of a runny nose. So he's probably going to take priority over the workflow and stuff like that, which is all good. But I'll probably potter on, get that printer running, a design or two, and something that's not a divider at the moment, while I rethink about what the dividers are doing and what they're achieving. And I'll probably get this ATST in, pottering around, and get the shipping out, and we'll probably finish it up there today. So I'll be in and out of the garage. Probably won't be recording much today at all, but that's where I'm at. So yeah, well, I'll carry on with my stuff, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Morning, guys. 11 o'clock, we're starting work. It's pretty shit, eh? It's grocery day, so they've got coffee. We've had Jordan's teething, so he's a fucking bundle of joy at the moment, but that's okay. It's frickin' cold, so
Winter's getting here.
Winter is definitely getting here.
Yeah.
So I am off to buy a new electric blanket for our new bed today, because our old one doesn't fit the new one, obviously. Quite a few orders. Sorry, I'm trying not to shake. I'm a bit cold. I've just come in the garage.
I don't want to show details, that's all.
Yeah. What have we got there? Separators. 6
separators there. Whole bunch of minifigures. An alligator, which is cool.
Yeah.
That's the full order for that one. Enfy's Nest minifigure. That's pretty cool. I think that we got that's the Star Wars one.
Yeah.
You can tell by the SKU, because that's a product number.
Yep.
A couple. We've got Ninjago minifigure, Monkey King. That Monkey King seems to be selling alright. You don't like the Monkey Kings because you thought we'd sit on them, but
I hate the Monkey Kings.
We seem to be going alright with them.
Hang on, Dom.
I got 3 Friends ones, so that's a good one. Yeah, it seems to be selling.
No. Sorry, Mr. 18 still floating around the house. He doesn't leave soon.
And a Star Wars one. So yeah, that's good, and that's just Trade Me.
Yeah,
that's just Trade Me. Bricklink, we've still got a few pages, maybe 7 orders, I think. One's going overseas, and the rest are going local. But yeah, nothing over 38 lots. I think we've got one that's 38 lots, and then one that's 30 lots, and then the rest are sort of smaller but more expensive. I think it's smaller, but they've got most of the drawer, or if not the whole drawer, for the stock, which is the best possible.
How cold are your feet right now?
Yeah, they're a little bit cold. I took off my socks.
Just noticed your bare feet.
Yeah.
What else? This is stuff that Tony has to, or we have to put away later from a set that he's done.
Yeah, still haven't got there. ATST set. Still haven't done it. I was exactly where I was yesterday when I talked about it and said I would, but I spent too much time playing with Jordan yesterday, so... Yeah,
because he was he's, with the teething, he's snotty and grizzly and a bunch of fluffies, but that's okay.
I reckon I'll get that away today, though. Yeah, and we've got 2 more down there. I think I'm going to not prioritise Luigi, because the pieces in the Luigi set, the minifigure's good, but the pieces are not good. They take up quite a lot of space, so I'll have a look at that before I open that up. This one here, though, that can get in.
Yeah, what is it? Pull it out.
It's the hospital set.
Oh yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
Because it's got lots of fun minifigures.
Yeah. Quite a variety there.
Yeah.
Which is cool. And we sell them with accessories. So what you see with it on the box is pretty much what they'll go with. So
yeah, if there's no accessory with them in the instruction manual, then I look on the box and see what they come with. Your feet are really cold, eh? You're bopping up and down.
yeah. No, but once I start moving, I'll be right.
Yeah. So yeah, I have not made any further progress with my second-hand lot because Jordan. We'll just blame Jordan today.
Blame Jordan.
But yeah, so we will crack on with shipping, and if we do anything exciting today, we will let you know.
Sweet.
Alright, Thursday evening. I've just been a bit run down this afternoon. Not really feeling overly that great. I think I might have caught something from Jordan. Hopefully not, touch wood. So I'm going to have a little COVID test tonight, just to double check, make sure I'm all good. But I got this done eventually. So that's the ATST. Spoke about the Star Wars set earlier in the vlog. So I finally got it all done. So I'm about to hit upload. Most of these parts we already had. Basically, it was a lot of just reconciling. So they've all gone out. Here we go. All done. So I got that job done. I don't imagine I'll be doing too much more this week. These are all the new parts. As you can see, not too many. We actually sold out on our minifigures when we had this last time around, so that's a good sign that they will restock that. Yeah, not sure how good that's looking. What I might actually do is sort that tomorrow morning and then probably look about pottering about with it over the weekend. Just been fiddling with this as well, trying to get it level. Touch wood, I actually have achieved the result I wanted to with a bit of research. And I'm just printing a Lego Batman. So that's my tester to see if it worked out. Fingers crossed. But yeah, so I'm going to wrap it up tonight and yeah, probably catch some sleep and then hopefully feel a bit better in the morning. It's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. I've got not really a hell of a lot to go out and shipping. I think I've only got one order, which is, for me, it's really good in this situation. Looking at doing this set this morning. The time is 6:07 a.m. So, don't know how far through I'll actually get through this one today. I have a lot on. I'm going to go see some relatives, and I've got to take Jordan back and bring over Lucas and pick up my son as well. So lots to do. This here we got it on clearance for $100 from Farmers. Only reason why we got it, there's only 2 of them, which sort of goes a little bit against what we do. But there's 13 minifigures, and from experience, these city minifigures, they usually sell relatively quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and whack this open and start putting it out into colours. I've also got a couple of theories on possible ways to push sales using our social media pages. So I'm going to use this as a sort of a tester set. And see how that goes. But yeah, for now, I'm going to get on the early morning part out. So that's what I'll be up to. It is just after lunch, and I have had a customer complaint. Not so much a complaint as much as someone has actually reached out to me and educated me a little bit. But just quickly, I thought I'd provide the information further to other people. Now, lighting's probably not doing me a justice here, but I've done some background check on this piece here. That's not going to be helpful, possibly putting it down.
Might just bring it up on Bricklink. Yeah, Bricklink as well. But this piece here is oh, here we go actually. This piece here. Now you can get this in a short and long stem. This is new to me. What's happened is when someone's catalogued the parts for Bricklink for the Boba Fett's throne room, I believe is the culprit, they've actually catalogued this piece as a short stem. And since they have changed it, but yeah, the customer, me not double checking, because I actually thought, well, it looks like the picture, sweet as, and I carried on. And what's happened is that's now sold. It's actually now changed to a long stem I've looked into now, which is good because that means there's no issues in future. But yeah, what it's meant is this is a new piece that's actually the wrong product that's gone out to the customer, and obviously he's not happy about it. He hasn't got too emotional about it all. I provided him a full refund for the entire purchase. It was only a few parts, but I believe that he's ordered this, and that was the reason for his order, pretty much, judging by his order. So I provided him a full refund for the whole thing, and he's yet to come back to me. I'm pretty sure he'll be fine with it. But yeah, just a little bit of information there. Yeah, it's there's a long stem one and a short stem, and the short stem is, oh, where's my finger? A bit shorter there, obviously. People might know this already, but I thought I'd document my first new piece error on Bricklink I've ever had. I've never sold something that isn't what it is being a new product, because everything comes out of the box and it's pretty good usually every time. Obviously, otherwise I'd have more errors. But yeah, so this one got past the goalkeep and went out the door. But it is incorrect. So I've taken these, I put these both in the stockroom for now, so I can actually just properly look at all of them later on and put them in the right location, right piece, all of that sort of thing, because those are actually, by the look of them all, they're all long stem. I haven't got any short stem, so I can't actually give it to them by the looks of what I've got in front of me. But I'll put them all together, put the correct quantity in and stuff like that, and then carry on. So yeah, that's the best I can do with that situation, unfortunately for the customer. But yeah, just a little bit of a heads up, if you will. If you have parted out the Boba Fett's throne room, which a lot of people would have, just double check that your pieces are accurate with that one if you haven't already come onto it yourself and fixed it yourself going through the part out. But yeah, carrying on. Alright, so just finishing up for the week really. Still got quite a bit to put away. This is the hospital set. I've just put the hospital minifigures into stock anyway, and got some pictures up, listed them up on Trade Me, so that was cool. Just got next week's sets that we're sort of eyeing up to part out. We've got 4 of these Vespers. This is now available for part out on Bricklink, so that's cool. We've got 3 of those. And we've got the 4 Luigi sets we didn't get to, so I'll probably potter with this out for the weekend and tuck that away. And yeah, we'll eye up to have a fresh start on Monday. One other positive is we enabled Stripe on Bricklink. Fairly easy to actually sort that out, which was real cool. It enables credit card payments and just another way of people paying. Here in New Zealand, PayPal or bank transfer is the only ones that we've had so far. So people that pay by bank transfer sort of have to make a manual payment. So me thinking about the customer a little bit. Costs us a small fee, I think, but hopefully it helps people get their transactions through easier and faster. So yeah, so that pretty much wraps up our week. We will get these cleaned up and ready for the next week. Thanks for watching. See you next time.